Good afternoon and welcome to finals day here at Den Bosch Eindhoven in the Netherlands. Welcome to the WSF World Squash Championships. Play began here 6 days ago, the 25th of July, with 180 competitors. Now we're down to the final 4. 2 finals, 2 titles. In the girls, 2 Egyptians are competing for the title of World Junior Champion. So we have a guaranteed Egyptian World Champion. The girl on the left in the white is going for a double at 16 years of age, while the girl on the right, Nouran Gohar, is going for her maiden junior title. Meanwhile, later on in the boys, coming up after this, the Peruvian powerhouse that is Diego Elías will compete against the Egyptian gatecrasher Youssef Soliman. Elías going for a historical double at 18 years of age, and again Youssef Soliman going for his maiden first title. It promises to be a fantastic day of squash. With me in the commentary box today is Pedro Schweitman, national number 2 and world ranking 51.
65. But I'm hoping for 51 next season.
65.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that I got your surname incorrect.
Yeah, also. But you will learn it after 6 years or something.
Fair enough. So the stage is set. Let's have a look at the competitors. Habiba Mohamed, number 1 ranked for this tournament. If she wins today, she will join an exclusive list of double champions. Only other people on that list are Nicole David, who you might know as world number 1 for the past 9 years, Raneem El Walili, and another compatriot, Noor El Sherbini. She's the reigning champ. She's on form. She had a relatively comfortable start to her tournament with 3 love wins over Caitlin Watts and Laura Tovar. In the 4th round, she came up against compatriot Hania El Hamani, and last night had a battle with Salma Hani Ibrahim, finally winning in 5. Nouran Gohar, girls serving there. The last time these girls met was in this final, this time last year, with Gohar losing 3-1. At 15, ranked 5th, at 17 years of age, ranked 15 in the world. She's the highest ranked professional player in this event. And her path to the final was a similar fashion to her competitor today. 3-love wins against Hayley Scott, Laura Gambon and Eleanor Epke. Again in the quarterfinals she had a win against Cho Young Shan from Hong Kong, and finally last night her semi-final against Miriam Metwali. She was pushed to 4 games but managed to win it.
Well, the match is underway. Gohar taking the lead. 3-love. 4-love actually by mistake of Habiba. He's taking a little break to refocus. It's not the start you would imagine being in the final, but probably getting away with some nerves.
Yeah, the early stages of this game were undoubtedly just getting the match of last night out of your system a little bit. The idea would be to play into the game, to play into the match a bit, find your length, find the corners. Always a challenge, I think, for Egyptian players to have that patience to do that, but no harm given the situation that it is, the tenseness and the on court there today. Very hard to imagine how both girls are feeling.
A lot at stake. And she's fist pumping straight away. Well, hopefully it looks like it's pretty early in the game, but she had a massive battle yesterday, like you said before. She was 4 match balls down. Still managed to get back and win the match actually. So she has a lot of fighting spirit.
Absolute phenomenal comeback at 10-6 down in the 5th against Salma Hani, and she just stuck in. She played aggressively, which there was some drops there that were coming in at that point in the 5th that you just thought, what is she thinking? But they were coming off, and she was playing aggressively, wasn't passive. And funnily enough, it's a similar start in this match to yesterday's match. Started off a little bit edgy in the first game, and indeed it was a close game. It was 12-10, but then found her way into it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like some players need to be behind in score, and then they'll pick up their own game.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Fired up for this.
She
is ready for it. She wants another. She wants the title, yeah, definitely.
And we saw yesterday how quickly she moves in between the rallies. Service backs to service backs, as if she can't get there fast enough.
Exactly. She wants to keep the momentum. And this is actually a cheap error. She wasn't really under pressure, but went for a, very low boast. Too much risk. Nearly missed that. Stayed in the rally really well. Lifting the ball to get a bit more time. They both do that pretty well. Yeah, that's definitely a stroke. Good variation already this early in the game.
What you'll tend to see from Habiba, as we mentioned yesterday, that that large swing on the forehand, and if she is behind you, it's very, very difficult to tell where that ball is going, because she disguises it so well and just whips it through at the last second. But also one of her strengths, I feel, is that she, when under pressure and people bolster her up at the front, she attacks out of that situation extremely well. She's very well able to get out of a tight situation with an equally dangerous ball.
Yeah, correct.
And that's very troubling for someone who thinks they put in a good drop shot.
Yeah, most of the people probably will defend that next ball, but she'll go for the attack. That's very, that's a different style. Different way of playing it. She does it really well, so works for her. Not really sure about the pickup there.
So 6-5 Gohar in the first game.
Ambitious shot straight away from the serve.
Yeah, good use of the open space there by Gohar. There was nowhere else she should have hit that ball, really.
No, exactly. Yesterday Gohar definitely had a easier match compared to Habiba Mohamed, sorry. And another error from Habiba to give Gohar a 3-point lead. Great recovery. Incredible that she's 17 and already has a ranking of 15 in the world with the senior women.
Yeah, absolutely. These girls are already effectively full-time on tour, and they're playing in the World Junior Open Championships, and their level is just
Incredible.
It's incredible and inspiring for a lot of the girls here who play, you know, good and decent level in their own home countries, and then they come here and they see this. So it's very inspiring. I've talked to a few of them here today, and they've really enjoyed the experience of being around the newness of this tournament, exposed to different types of players, and a lot of them obviously from here will go professional straight away. So Gohar just asking for permission there to clean her goggles. Not the best time really to do that. I would have thought her momentum was such that she had that 4-point cushion. 9-5 up, go straight for the 10-5.
For the 10, yeah. Yeah, this is what happens. Really.
When the rhythm is broken, and both of these girls are such, they thrive on rhythm. It's
definitely a part of the game that is hard to see, but I think hard to break also, hard to get the momentum. Try to keep it, of course. And another error from Habiba.
Yeah, I won't be happy with that, giving her compatriot 4 game balls. 10-6 first game. And a little fist pump and a yella, and that's first game to Nouran Gohar of Egypt. Gohar leads 1-0. So that game was a kind of a little bit of a game of two halves. It was a bit of a nervy start from Habiba Mohamed, leading Gohar to go straight into a 4-love lead, then finally gets her rhythm, claws her way back, and it was even Stevens up until about 6-5,
yeah.
And then Gohar just stepped up the pace. I felt she kept Habiba Mohamed behind her a lot more there, so she was able to make the power plays in front, and she is dangerous when given that time around the middle of the court with her backhand kills. It's not a position you want to be in.
No, definitely. Like you said, Gohar's position was most of the time in front, and I think what Habiba should do is take maybe a little bit less risk when she's behind. She went for a couple shots. When she was when Gohar was still in front of her, and that's shot has to be that good. But yeah, that's too much risk, especially when you're behind in score. So She has to try to, I think, get the ball to the back a bit more. And when she's in front or in a better position, she can take a bit more risk. But otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for her to beat Gohar, because she's looking pretty solid.
Yeah, at this point, it's all Gohar. It's, you know, and who's to say how the match is going to play out? But really, Habiba has to find her game. She played so well yesterday and getting out of trouble, but she needs to find that now back on that court, because it's not happening for her at the moment.
No.
It's a little bit too nervous. You know, no doubt weighing on her mind is the fact that she's reigning champion. If she wins this, she will join a list of squash greats such as Sarah Fitzgerald, Rachel Grinham, Nicole David, Raneem El Walili, Omnia Abdelkawi, Cassie Jackman. You know, that list, all of those players have gone on to become either world champions at senior level or certainly top 3 in the world in their own right. So it's an amazing achievement, and to be able in a position to win it twice is it's a pressure
more.
cooker.
It is.
Yeah.
Both players weren't coached between games. We saw that yesterday also with both girls and the boys. They're from Egypt, so they probably have the same coach or the same national coach, of course.
Powerful.
Whoa, great shot. Great shot for Gohar. Really was a bit more patient, but Gohar waited for the right moment and slotted that ball.
Yeah, her backhand, when given time, it's a ferocious asset for her. For someone so slight of frame, she really just uses her whole body to get around. And there again, I think we mentioned yesterday, if you were Habiba Mohamed, surely you would want to play Gohar more on her forehand, which is of the two the slightly weaker side.
Exactly.
She's not doing that so far in the match.
Well, like you said, the body type she has, she's like a light.
Let's have a look here and see if. So she's possibly felt a little bit more effort could have been made to get to that ball.
Yeah, it was difficult. Ball popped back a little bit. And again, on the forehand side in the back, she made that error, like you said.
Well, in fact, it's both girls who, if they've got a vulnerability, there it is for the two of them. But obviously in squash, so many people favour the backhand in order to look for that cross court so you can volley on your forehand.
Yeah.
But there's no harm in just pushing it over there. Lots of errors coming from the Egyptian.
Gohar playing almost error-free. Definitely helps. You don't want to give your opponent cheap points. And when I just say that,
it was forced. I felt it was forced. You know, you thought it was unforced. Our standards are different.
It's a tough call from the refs.
Tell by the reaction of the audience that they're not necessarily agreeing with that.
No. Well, Habiba doesn't really mind it.
No.
The extra point on the board.
She's not complaining, so we're standing at 3-4 now in the second game. Habiba serving.
Almost the same pattern again. Gohar leading with 4 points. And then Habiba clawing her way back into the game. Flick of the wrist. Gonna be a stroke. They both knew that was a stroke. Ball played straight back at her, at herself. It's good to see there are almost no discussions between the decisions. Normally, well, sometimes you see that, but the refs really, they really keep it short. I think straight from the beginning, when we saw the matches yesterday, that they gave a clear message. If you don't clear the ball that well, and the ball is a bit loose, you will get a stroke against you. And it's definitely, I think, good for the game, because you try to play on and try to get every ball instead of getting a cheap lead.
Absolutely, and I think Mohamed, in her post-match interview, Habiba said yesterday that she was a little bit confused as to why she was getting some strokes against her, as they felt she wasn't clearing the ball. But she did have a chat to the referees, which is great, because they gave an explanation.
Yeah. That's good, they did it straight from the start.
It's a very patient rally by both players here. And it's almost a shame.
She's fist pumping fist pumping for a stroke, but it was a clear lead.
So much more patient there by both players, and possibly part of Habiba's plan now is just to settle herself down and as you said, not go for the risk, the high risk shot at the, in the first 5 exchanges in the rally.
Exactly. Great cross court.
Yeah.
Hard and low. Surprised Gohar a little bit. I think this is also, well, like you said, this is part. Oh, that's a stroke. Easy points for Mohamed here. Well, it's definitely because of Habiba Mohamed is playing a bit more patient, because in my opinion Gohar is not doing anything different than she did the game before she won. So Habiba Mohamed is cutting out the errors, playing a bit more patiently. She's extending the rallies a bit more. It's actually working out pretty alright.
Oh, and so close with her get there, but it wasn't quite enough. She actually went the wrong way, but then managed to recover. Just not enough. It was a well played angle there by Gohar to bring her to 7-5 in the second game.
Winds that backhand up. Ooh. And a rare error from Gohar on the forehand side.
Yeah, I think it was a product of the shot before. They should, as you say, winds the backhand up, but if it's not hit absolutely perfectly at the right time with those shots, it can bounce out a bit.
Yeah.
So give Habiba Mohamed just that little inch to get back in the rally.
Ooh, and another error from Gohar on the forehand side. Equals the score. Well, it's the technical side of hitting it hard. The harder you hit it, the more difficult it is to control the ball. But you don't want to give your opponent too much time. If you hit it too soft, you give your opponent a lot more time. So Gohar is not finding her range like she did in the first game, actually, in the beginning of the second. Hitting better targets now.
That's third error in a row.
On the forehand side.
From the racket of Gohar. And it's completely changed the score around. Habiba Mohamed now leading 8-7 in the second game. It's a very important point in the match, these next couple of points.
Good to see she's playing the shot.
Fantastic play by both girls here, really stretching each other out around the court. She's not getting a let for that. I think it's a good decision.
Yeah, this was a good shot from Habiba. Putting her hand on the floor to get even lower. Well, the body language changed again from Habiba Mohamed. Fired up. Ooh, what a costly error at this stage of the game.
Gives Habiba Mohamed 3 game balls at 10-7.
And another error.
Game 2, Habiba Mohamed. She'd be delighted with how she managed to turn that game around, going from 4-1 deficit to a 5-3 deficit to winning the game 11-7. Some fantastic play on her part, a lot more patient and a lot more mature as a squash player play. You know, they opened up the court, both of them. But the difference in that match, or in that game, was 5 forehand errors from the racket of Gohar, which is phenomenal.
It's almost half a game, huh? So that's the thing. I think, like you said, Habiba is playing a bit more patiently, and this is actually almost reversed than last game, because Habiba was making the errors then. So I think, well, the game plan should be different now, like the opposite actually, for Gohar, making less errors, of course, on her forehand side, taking less risk, and be a bit more patient also. So it's going to be, they're probably going to be fired up for the next one, of course, but...
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of a timing issue, I think, with those forehand volley kills and the forehand drops. It's just she's setting herself nicely up in that rally, but it's coming across, and if she's letting it drop too much, possibly a product of that. They're the right shot to play. It's not the wrong shot that she's playing, but it's just excruciatingly painful to watch. 5 tins.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't give you a lot of confidence either. If you have you get a next ball on your forehand, and you're doubting a bit maybe, so it's crawling into your head, and you're thinking about it twice maybe.
It's back to basics, I think, for Gohar in this game.
Exactly.
She was a pivotal point there, about 8-7 in that game. So she really needs to put it behind her. 1 game all, clean slate.
Exactly. It's funny because sometimes you speak to Egyptian players and you think they all know each other, and they play each other every week almost. Whoa! Straight
look at that?
Into it. Jeez.
She is back in this game, I tell you, Habiba Mohamed.
She's like fist pumping like she won it already. Well, it's a good.
That's like how they used to dance in the 80s.
I'm not from that era, so I don't know. But no, but you think they play each other every week almost, but some of them don't. They know each other, of course, because they played throughout the junior career, but they never trained with each other. For example, I know a couple guys who actually never trained with each other, but they're like top players in Egypt. That was very surprising for me.
I guess they're... There are so many Egyptian players, both in Alexandria and in Cairo, where most of them are based, that I can well imagine you don't come across. And I think a lot of obviously have personal coaches too. They would spend a lot of time on court with them. So a couple of strokes being traded here gives Habiba Mohamed a slight edge at 2-1 in the third game. She certainly started off this game in flying form.
This is a different Habiba than we saw the other games and actually last or yesterday. The audience not happy with this call. She's definitely more focused now in the early stages of the game, because normally it looks like she's a bit more laid back maybe, and then fights her way back, but this time she starts fighting and it actually helps because she's leading 3-1. So
yeah. It's a similar pattern to yesterday's match actually with Salma Hani, and she came out of that after saving 4 match balls, so if that's not going to give someone confidence, what is? But it was kind of up and down throughout the match. Confidence went in, or focus rather, in and out. But here that game that she played was the second game, a perfect mix of getting the girl behind you and then making the court large. Because let's face it, neither of these are afraid to crunch that ball in short if the opportunity arises.
Like this one. It's another stroke, a lot of strokes in this game. Habiba Mohamed leading 4-1. That's the way you want to start a game.
Got to get a let there. She hit the ball into the middle of the court, so Gohar really can do whatever she wants. And she nearly
that's like rugby.
Barreled her into the sidewall in the meantime.
It's Egyptian rugby. I didn't know they play rugby there. But Gohar isn't really fussed about it. She doesn't really look impressed by it, the way Habiba walked into her. But
so kind of in contrast to what I'm seeing here is Habiba's taking the pace down, and her natural rhythm of play is fast, but she probably knows Gohar's game so well that if she plays at that pace, Gohar's just going to really thrive on it, because it's the rhythm and it's the fast pace, and you don't need much backswing to hit the ball. Whereas I think now today she's really trying to change the pace.
good boast from Gohar.
Lovely little touch drop, and kind of unexpected from the racket of Gohar. She tends to go in there and cuts the drop in very quickly. Has to get on it early to do that, but she really softened up her swing there, and just even if Habiba did see that shot coming, it was sufficiently late enough for her Have to wait. See what happened here.
It's a simple let.
I don't know if that's a simple let. I feel like she's still going back straight into the path of her opponent, and it's her responsibility to clear the path. If her shot was a better quality shot and it landed in the back of the back of the back of the court on the backhand, it's a different story.
Definitely.
But it didn't. It landed on the service box.
Yeah.
The score remains at 4-5. Few lets in the mid part of this game, which is to be expected.
Big error from Habiba on the boast. She had a few errors on that boast also.
Both players really favouring the backhand here, and it's where they're both most comfortable, so it makes sense. But you need to get on that shot very quickly. She's asking, I don't think she's going to get it.
Ah, the ball was too good. Great touch in front. Happened here. Bit of a physical contact. Played through it and hit the ball. Should have stopped earlier maybe to get that let.
Yeah, not sure if there was much contact there.
Thought it was a dive.
I don't know.
He's asking.
Yeah.
That was a good drop from
it was a great drop.
Habiba Mohamed. Yeah.
So perhaps I can't see it either. Gohar there is saying that you can't see it. I guess referring to the fact that there is a little bit of contact there, but the refs aren't picking up on it. Even Stevens, 1-all, 6-all in the third game of the World Junior Championships final.
Yes, lad.
It's getting a bit more physically. She got that ball. I think the actual rule is that you can't lift your hand up anymore because it might distract the other player.
Fantastic volley, Nick. She looks back at the referee to say, take that.
Exactly, yeah. Sending a message to the refs. Like I said, I don't think it's allowed to put your hand up anymore if you're not really sure if your opponent carried the ball or hit a double.
Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Beautiful hold. A cross-court kill there from Gohar. Wasn't sure about that pickup, but then she finished it off nicely. 8-6. Third game.
Gohar taking the lead with another stroke. You feel the tension. Both girls definitely want to win this, of course, but you could see it goes back and forth. Then one player relaxes a bit more than the other player. It's like who keeps his head cool the best. They both can hit the ball very well. They both move really good.
Oh, she read that both beautifully and was able to get up there in time just to touch it in. Fantastic touch there from Gohar. 10-6 gives her 4 game balls. Patient rally here by both players. Well played into this open space. Bided her time for the opportunity, and when it came, she managed to scrape back 1 game ball.
Oh. Ready to serve straight away, but Gohar isn't. Taking her time a bit more to refocus.
Oh, too good. Too good, too powerful.
Great shot. Gohar rushes off the court.
Third game to Nouran Gohar, 11-7 in that one. Gohar leads 2 games to 1 in a game of 12 minutes. I think we have a match on our hands here.
Definitely. Beginning was a bit, a lot of strokes from both sides. Went equal, went both ways. But both girls managed to straighten the game up a bit more, hitting the corners better. So you have less lets and less strokes, of course. But in the end, Gohar kept her head cool the best. Hitting some beautiful drop shots in the front, and like you see now, like really good disguise on the back end.
Yeah, it's a dangerous position to put her in there because she's got the deception and she's got the whip to come around it so quickly that the ball is bouncing for the second time before the red line, which if you don't see it, like there, you're in a bit of bother. Yeah, it was it was almost a role reversal of the first and second games when Habiba went down in those. So this one, she comes out firing straight away. She gives it the party pump.
Yeah.
And then she goes up for 1 little bit of interference, and all of a sudden it's 5-all.
Yeah, that's interesting to see. Like you said, it was actually the reversed. Like Habiba came out firing, like she was ready for it. But Gohar definitely regrouped and fought her way back now, and definitely took the game in her hands. So it's going to be interesting what Habiba is going to do now, because the pressure is on her. She loses this game, she's losing the match and her title. So
that's it. Yeah, big point. I mean, she did so well yesterday, so she's proven already that when she's behind, she's very dangerous. I think when both of these girls, there was a period of a purple patch there in the middle when they were both playing really well, and the execution of shot was fantastic. The volleys were cutting in short and staying up in front. But there again, the focus more so from Habiba seemed to dip in and out.
yeah.
So I think that could be the defining point in this match.
Fourth game just starting. Gohar leading.
Habiba and Mohamed didn't want any of those balls to come back, and I think that final return from Gohar was just the nail in the coffin.
Definitely.
She wasn't in position to hit the volley, and it was a difficult shot to execute.
It's a tough call from the refs.
The ball was too good.
Let's have a look here. I think
Ball
I feel that's a
was too
little bit
cool.
harsh. Let's see where the second bounce is landing. I think she's fast enough to have gotten to that ball.
Mohamed, I hope there's no coaching going on. You keep on looking outside into the crowd. I hope you're not being coached because you're constantly looking somebody in the crowd. Thank you.
I think that was in Dutch because I didn't either hear it or understand it.
Well, I'm Dutch and I didn't even understand that, so not really sure.
Not up.
No, it probably had to do something with clearing and maybe effort to the ball, but difficult. The ball didn't look that great, and definitely gettable. They're both very quick and fast. So
So Gohar using that backhand again, but she kind of needs to be a little bit careful if she's doing it too soon. Right there, it happened. And Habiba was waiting for it.
Nouran. 3-1.
getting a no let. This ball is actually pretty good. Now Habiba comes out firing again.
Lets her back in the rally there. The possibility of just a simple straight drop in that situation where Habiba was racing out of the corner. But it's easy to say from a seat out in the audience.
It's always easier. Everybody knows it best from from this position.
Strikes back with a boat that barely looked up.
2-4.
Not afraid to keep attacking.
Yes, lad. 2-4.
Bit more patient here by both players. Gohar not hitting that, going for that kill straight away, which is, I think it's a better tactic for her against Habiba Mohamed. No left decision there by the refs.
3-4.
Gives Gohar yet another point. 3-4, fourth game.
Ooh, error from Habiba on her backhand side. Just hit it too low. Wasn't even a hard shot, what she normally likes to play, but
Replies
a comeback.
with the crossfield
Run out,
volley, Nick.
5-4.
Comes off the sidewall, or does it even know she gets it before the sidewall? Takes it in.
Patient run on the backhand. Puts in a both.
Yes, lad. 5-4.
It's the same angle here that we're going to see. I'm not sure if she took the right line there to the ball.
Yeah, it was
She
difficult.
went
Huh?
from this angle, it looked like she went slightly for her opponent.
Both finding good length.
Oh, yes.
She She's fired
There
up.
you go. That typical
6-4.
aggressive play when she's in a somewhat of a vulnerable position, but gosh, she pulls it off. Gives her the lead. 2-point cushion at 6-4.
Goes for it again. She's fearless.
Great gets here by Habiba.
Gets the
Mohamed.
ball. This kid boast. What a rally.
Fantastic
Change of angles.
use of the court here for both girls.
Goes in.
Oh, she goes for it again, and her hand to her head says it all. Not the right time, that one, and it just doesn't come off.
It was a long rally. Both girls takes a lot out of you, of course.
It's a very difficult shot to execute that.
It is.
Off the sidewall, so you're getting that angle as well.
That high, yeah.
Play on, please, ladies.
Again, if I was Gohar here, I would be getting to that service box straight in to serve. None of this
True.
washing your goggles.
Yeah.
She has the momentum. She's also giving Habiba a little bit of a breather here.
True.
Yes, lad. 5-6. Yes, lad. 5-6.
Just a simple let for the interference. Gohar taking the another point, making it 6-all. Fighting her way back. I think that she got that pickup actually.
And she got, she's going to get the stroke here.
Stroke for this.
Yeah. Wraps her racket around her opponent, probably doesn't even need to do that. She had the stroke anyway.
True. She doesn't need to hug her opponent for that. The ball came straight back at Habiba.
Yes, lad. 7-6.
So change in scoreline here with Gohar leading from the first times in this match. Oh, there she goes again. Looks like to the audience. That's how it's done.
Come down.
That was a
Nearly
perfect
clips
shot.
the sidewall.
Incredible shot at a moment like this. It takes a lot of guts to hit a ball at this stage of the match. Gohar taking a bit more time. Not ready yet.
Now, Mohamed has got a little issue with her glasses.
Yes, lad.
Fantastic reach there by
7-all.
Habiba Mohamed. It really gets her out of a lot of sticky situations in the front. Especially when
Now,
someone
please.
crunches in this forehand
Not every
volley. She
point.
just uses her length, her long legs and her long limbs, and that extra racket length to just, her racket also is so open, so it lifts the ball. So it almost turns a defensive into an attack if played well.
Good length from both girls. Especially that one.
Danger zone.
If it's loose, they will put it away. That's what Habiba did.
Habiba, slender lead in this fourth game, 8-7. Great reactions there by Habiba. She's ready.
Slides in the corner. Incredible.
Gohar just giving it everything she has got here, and Habiba just responding, just getting to it with that reach of a racket. It's got to be a let situation there.
Yeah, the ball came back a little bit too far.
Big rally for both of these girls, that was. And Habiba just seems to be clinging on. She's just getting the ball back up onto the front wall, and it's enough.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing her best course when she is under pressure.
Absolutely.
It makes her really dangerous. Sliding in those.
Yes, lad. 8-7.
Nation holds its breath.
Left side.
True. It's good to see. It's a packed. It's a full house, I think.
Yep, in
Sam?
standing room only. We can see from our commentary box here that there are people lined up on the sides.
That's really nice from this club, from Eindhoven, the Dutch Squash Federation, and the club. That the people, it's free entrance, so the people can just walk in and see, like, the future, the world junior champs, of course, but also the future squash stars. Great shot from Gohar.
Not enough reach that time. Levels has scored 8-all.
And out 8-all.
Oh, she's not. I'm sure she's just saying to herself in Egyptian, why would you do that at 8-all in the fourth game? And she did it.
Yeah, it's difficult. It
It's
worked
worked
out a
other
couple
times, I guess, yeah.
times, but yeah, it's a bit more pressure now. After 14 minutes of play, of course, in the fourth game. Maybe get a bit more tired. The pressure's on also.
Yes, sir.
This is tense. You can
Nail
feel
biting,
the,
nail
feel the
biting.
tension in there. What it must be like on the court. It's 9-8 for Nouran Gohar. She is within 2 points of a world junior title. This is the closest she has got. As last year she lost 3-1 in the final.
Great shot from Gohar. Habiba getting everything back.
Stroke Mohamed.
Oh, wow.
That's a
Out 9-all.
big
Time
hole.
for the stroke. A little flick across the... And Gohar read that quite well.
You agreed with that decision?
Play on, please, ladies.
I would like to see it from a different angle, to be honest. I'm not sure if she went for her opponent there. Definitely a let. It was a little bit close to the side wall, I thought, for a stroke. Remains level at 9-all in the fifth. More cleaning of the goggles. Probably just a moment to reset their focus for each one.
Big points for both players.
Massive point. Mohamed
stroke.
taking her space well there, well deserved. She did step back a little bit, but
Incredible.
10-9.
From almost being match ball down to having a game ball to stay in the match, actually. That's incredible. She did it yesterday also, of course, but then even like match ball down. But she's a real fighter. Plays on.
she is going for it. She is going to get the stroke. She has to get the
That's a
it's
stroke.
But wow, Habiba clung on to that rally, didn't she?
Hand out.
She did,
10
yeah.
all. Player must
Just
win
that
by 2
reach.
points.
So we're at a tie break in the fourth game.
You're watching. 10 all.
Tie break in the fourth game. Player has to win by 2 clear points.
This is incredible. So much pressure on both players now. Nobody wants to hit the error. Massive rally for both girls.
Interesting to see. Does Habiba go for it on her first attacking opportunity?
No.
Oh, she's made the error. She set up that point so well for herself.
Whoa, that was a big chance to actually put the ball away, but there's so much pressure on her.
A little bit, just a little bit too much in the head. Hand goes to the forehead. 11-10 match ball for Nouran Gohar. What is going through her mind right now, apart from getting the dust out of her goggles?
Exactly. This is incredible. She's taking her time a bit more to refocus. Probably the biggest point in her career so far.
Conduct warning before half-time wasting. 11-10 match ball.
Goes for the kill. Habiba just managed to get it back.
Stroke to Mohamed.
And gets a stroke.
Goes to stroke.
Oh,
Crowd goes a little
berserk.
little bit wild.
Hand out. Level all.
Levels it again.
She walked away pretty quick from that ball.
Yeah,
It was still
she
pretty
did.
high, but pulled back too far. What?
Little
What a
bouncing
match.
on her toes. Gohar has to be careful here, otherwise she's already got a warning
Level
for
all.
a little bit of time wasting, so you wouldn't want to turn that into a conduct point.
No.
It's the longest game of the tournament so far at 19 minutes.
Gohar lifting the ball. Varying the pace.
Stroke to Mohamed.
She gets the, wow.
That's a stroke. Audience going wild again.
Ball.
Not happy
Where
with the
she
calls.
came into the so game ball to
1
Habiba
mom.
Mohamed.
Not really happy with the calls.
If nothing else, this girl is a fighter. And we've seen from yesterday, she plays her best stuff when she's down.
It's incredible.
A 20-minute game.
Great lengths from both girls. post. Oh, and hits the error.
It was the first opportunity in that game that she had to take the ball to the front of the court, and she used it.
Gohar straight in the serve.
Yes, lad. It's a left.
Ref say just a let. Just a let. That's enough
I
explanation.
think, and you might see from the replay here, it is just a let.
It is.
In the moment, you might feel like you're a little bit closer to the ball or something like that. But
As a player, you always think you see it the right
Yes,
way,
yeah.
but the refs probably have a better position most of the times. What a shot.
nothing about there. No.
No, ball's too good.
Gives fantastic forehand kill. Gives Habiba Mohamed second game ball. Probably the most conservative these two have played all match. Finding their length, finding the corners.
Doesn't want to make. They both don't want to make an error, so they're a bit more patient, waiting for that chance to take it in.
Very close to the side.
Plays
wall,
on.
that. Oh, her reach didn't serve her well that time. Some very close balls there to the side wall.
13 all.
They were lucky enough not to carry them almost. Such is the quality of this match. A World Junior final, can you believe it?
That is a stroke.
Stroke gives Gohar, Nouran Gohar the second match ball at 14-13 in the fourth game.
Can she keep her nerves? Great get from Gohar. She could have volleyed that.
That's a fantastic weight of shot there from Mohamed, and she looks to the ceiling or heavens or wherever she's looking. Just in thanks. There was no digging that ball out for Gohar out of those corners. 14 all.
Yes, lad. 14 all.
Someone in the audience has disagreed with that goal.
Good to see the crowd getting involved.
Absolutely. Edge of your seat stuff. It's the 10.
Excuse me?
See what happened?
Gohar saying that she hit her on the, but she don't.
Play left, please.
That is a big call. Looked like she already hit the ball and then hit her, but
So Mohamed, Habiba Mohamed,
Play left, please. 14 all.
see a replay of that ball. See exactly what happened here. So she's saying she hit her on the follow through. The ball by that point had already reached the 10.
so that would be very special too.
Oh,
It
wow, that's
doesn't
a
make
big call at
that is
14 all in the
massive goal.
in the fourth game, 26-minute game we're at.
Yes, sir. 14 all.
Yeah, she's swinging probably. As if to say, just play it. It's easy.
Just to be careful.
She
Play
really
on,
does.
ladies. 14 all.
You do not want to conduct points at this game for time wasting. Reach again from Habiba.
What a shot. She got it back.
Fantastic get. Yeah, wow! What a get! Give us your game ball.
What a fighter.
15,
Incredible.
14.
Managed to
Game ball.
scrape up the ball for a lob that died in the back corner that her opponent couldn't get. My goodness.
Was nearly out. Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She wasn't that happy being.
Didn't look happy. Didn't look happy.
Game
She
ball.
got the let, which is, at this point, she'll take it, I'd say.
Just fired up. Gohar. Probably adrenaline pumping through their veins. Shot.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of contact there on the
Yes,
way
sir.
in. The backhand drop there really didn't stay far enough or close enough to the sidewall for Habiba not to get it.
What a rally again. Crazy. Such high level
And
of
she
course.
almost reached that ball.
Out 15 all.
That final lunge into the corner that just served her so well.
Yes, sir.
They're both looking to the refs, almost begging for a decision
Absolutely, and
their
wouldn't
way.
you be if you were in this position? It's a great, would have been a great photo. 15 all, fourth game. 29 minutes.
Incredible for one game. Some matches lasted 29 minutes, so this is incredible for just one game. Such high level of scores here.
Good settling first rally.
What a
That's
shot.
a fantastic shot. She's not going to get the let there. 16-15, third match ball for Nouran Gohar.
Third time lucky, they say.
Can she convert it?
It's a
No
less.
less. No less. Wow, 17-15. Nouran Gohar is the new world junior champion. She can't quite believe it. Fantastic effort from both players. And her mum goes onto the court to celebrate with her. Fantastic achievement.
What a match.
What a match.
Best for last, definitely.
That had everything. That final game was 30 minutes. As you said, some matches don't take this long. My goodness, will Nouran Gohar be a happy girl this evening. Newly crowned world champion. Amazing. We're going to have a post-match interview now with her. Let's go courtside.
The new world champion, juniors. Give up your first one. Last year in Namibia, you played also the final against Habiba, and that match was in the beginning quite similar to the match of today. You won the first game and then Habiba came back, but now it was different.
Yeah, the second game Habiba played really well, and I lost at the top of my concentration. But I think the third one I played well, and the fourth, I think if I lost, I would lost the match.
The match of last year passed your mind during this game.
I tried to not remember it because I played it really badly last year, and it was our last time to play. So no, I didn't want to think about it during my match today.
And that last game at the end, what happened? It was a really thrilling game.
I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I just played like this. I don't know.
Well, you can always look at that. Congratulations. Give her a big applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, goody.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the men's final of the WSF World Juniors 2015 here in the Netherlands. And the first player we're going to announce, defending champion, the number 1 seed at 18 years of age, Elías. And his opponent in this final, also 18 years of age, Youssef, Soliman. And of course we have 3 referees for this match, this final match. The center referee, Mohamed from Germany. He will be assisted by left referee, Gohar from the Netherlands, and right referee, Tahir from Pakistan.
Good afternoon and welcome back to finals day here at the WSF World Junior Squash Championships in Den Bosch, Eindhoven, the Netherlands. If you were tuned in before, you will have witnessed an epic encounter between 2 Egyptian young girls on the tour who are both professional players. Nouran Gohar coming through in 4 games, 17-15 in the 4th. Fantastic battle. Up on court at the moment though, we have the battle of the Peruvian powerhouse to the left of your screen there against the gatecrasher from Egypt, who has come through in tough matches throughout the tournament to be here in the final today. One of these guys is going for the double champion one of them hasn't been in the final before. It's going to be quite a fantastic encounter. And with me in the commentary box is Pedro Schwieterman, and he is going to talk us through. I'll get your surname right one of these days. He's going to talk us through the two of these guys on court just now.
Yeah, next time just say my first name, that will be alright.
Pedro.
No worries.
That's it.
No, like you said, the Peruvian powerhouse, Diego, rising superstar in the squash world. Already, a world ranking of 43. So at still being a junior, 18 years old, having a ranking of 43 is, it's incredible. You know, he still has a lot of years to ahead and to improve. So it will be definitely one to watch for the future. He won all his matches 3-love against his other opponents, and the longest match he played was 33 minutes, and that's actually very short, because the last game we watched, the women's final, that was already almost 33 minutes. So that says enough about his quality. All the other guys can play squash, otherwise you wouldn't be at a world championships. But he's just a different class actually. And he's playing Youssef Soliman, also 18 years old, world ranking of 176. Won all his matches except yesterday. That was 3-1, but all the other ones were 3-love. So he had a bit of a harder path towards the final, but you probably have just seen him. He looks pretty fit, got massive legs. So like we saw yesterday, he's very explosive in the corners, very, very fast. And like a typical Egyptian, he likes to go for shots. Very attractive play, but I think he has to straighten up a bit if he wants to hurt Diego, because Diego, is actually, like, movement-wise and anticipation-wise, he's such a great player. Very gifted, very naturally gifted. Looks so easy when you see him play, but of course he trains really hard back home, and he trains with Jonathan Power in Canada, so you definitely will learn a lot from him, being a former world champ, former world #1 on the world tour. So they played one time before, and that was at the British Junior Open in January.
Jonathan Power and Diego?
No, they probably have played,
it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, sorry, I'll be a bit more sharp, Ashley. Sorry. You just had your coffee again, right? All right, that's why. No, but Soliman and Diego played one time before, and Diego won that match in January, British Junior Open. I think it was the quarterfinal, and that was 3-love. I think it was 3x 11-3. So I think Soliman wants to do much better than this if he wants to take the match. They just started, so hopefully it will be just as fun as the women's final.
Of course, we saw Diego Elías in the semi-final yesterday against a talented Malaysian player, Ian Yao, and he really made him look as if he was going down having a knock around with the kids on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, like a casual club night Friday.
Yeah, this is a guy who got to the semi-finals of the World Junior Open, beating top seeds along the way. So
it's already a very entertaining rally. It's incredible. Doesn't look like the players have any nerves. Just playing a normal match on a Saturday. And Diego takes the first point.
I think from the get-go here, Soliman's style of play should guarantee that he's in the match a lot more than Diego Elias' opponent yesterday. He's, as you said, he's more attacking. He hits it harder, a little bit less defensive than the Malaysian guy. So it should make for a better match on paper.
Yeah. Well, you can say Soliman also has some experience on the tour. Diego just made an error on his forehand. He's a year older, so that definitely helps on the experience side, of course. So and you can see that straight away, like you say, his style of play.
Yeah, the tendency to just feel you're not in any of the rallies with the stronger player might lead to some passivity, but I feel Soliman's playing exactly the right game here. He's up there, he's attacking. His tee position is actually quite high in general. So he's looking to take the game to Elías in as much as he can.
Wow, that drop shot. Feather that in the nick. Soft hands also.
Nice and relaxed. He's being compared, I'm told, to a Jansher Khan in terms of movement and style of play.
Yeah, you could never ever, well, you almost never see him take a sprint. Always movement, very relaxed, very fluent, so it costs less energy. Instead of the explosiveness Soliman has. Takes a lot of strength to pop in and out those corners that quick.
For a big guy, 188 centimeters, that in meters and inches, we'll have to look that up on the interweb, but he's a big guy, big wingspan, and he gets out of the front corners incredibly well for that, with just the lunge, using probably the power in his back leg to bring himself out. Because the likes of people with that height, with James Willstrop on the senior tour, let's say, that's one of his vulnerabilities.
True. Yeah, all those guys, James Willstrop, Cameron Pilley, Mossad, those are the bigger guys on tour, but well, if you're well, they all have that high ranking, world-class players, but the movement has to be good, otherwise they'll expose it straight away. Words were having a little, the ref were having a little words.
It's actually amazing that we're talking about the professional tour and we're watching a junior world final.
It's incredible.
We're comparing it, people in it, to the likes of James Willstrop and Cameron Pilley, who are playing 10 years on the senior tour.
Yeah, but they all played this tournament. We all know where they ended up. They're world-class players, so definitely two guys to watch for the future. Always in position, Diego.
Soliman trying to use the height of the whole front wall there to get it by the Peruvian.
Treating everything like a book.
Oh, apart from that one.
Jinx. Great long rally with Soliman just making the error in the end. He definitely had more court time compared to Diego, and I think yesterday they both had a doping check, and I think he had a bit more time there also. I think Soliman had to wait for 2 hours before he could deliver the, yeah, I don't know how you would say that, but
the goods.
The goods, exactly. Diego was finished quicker, so
so racing into a comfortable lead here in the first game. No more than ourselves, I feel that a lot of his opponents are in danger of giving him too much respect. He's beatable. He's beatable on the world tour. Yes, he plays exceptionally well and full-time professional and all of that kind of stuff. But if you're on there, you're not on there for the fun and games of it all. So what's this guy got to do? What's Youssef Soliman got to do right now to get himself
he's on the back
kind of a chance?
This is just demo style, but this is the final of the World
It's like
Junior.
Exhibition style stuff here from
Little
both
backhand
players.
Left leg. 6-1.
Ends in recovery left for Soliman, who has done some amount of legwork in that game. I would have taken a stroke at that point. But to be honest with you,
That
after all
would be that would be cheap, actually. But you would do that, of course. No. No, but you could see you see the patterns already. Like Diego dictating the game, and Soliman is like trying to retrieve every ball Diego's throwing at him.
But is it a case of stay in the rally long enough and be aggressive, and the mistakes will come from the young Peruvian? Or, I mean,
you have to, it has to be like very long and tough rallies to do that. But it's not. He should lift the ball a bit more, baby. The ball has to be really, really well in the narrow from Diego.
And out. 2.
Because his height will, he will manage to volley a lot of balls also, and he's pretty good at it too. So, but now he's opening up the court a bit too much, and Diego, well, he's got soft hands. We saw that already. He's got a good hold in front, and that puts him under a lot of pressure. And in the end, that will cost him a lot of energy to retrieve all those balls. It will work in the beginning, but at some stage, the legs will be so tired. It will be too difficult to retrieve all balls. That's the beauty about the sport. You can be fit, you can be smart on court, but you gotta hit the ball well and be tactically hit the right shots. Otherwise, you can't be fit enough. You will lose it in the end. Well, it's very special because Diego, he's like trains with his dad, trains with Jonathan Power. Great length from Diego.
fantastic length there.
Nobody else was there actually in Peru, so to come this far, having this level, he definitely has the mentality, determination to become one of the world's best players. He's in a different situation than Soliman, who has probably lined up 20 players to hit with every week. But you've seen that with other players like Borja, Golan, David Palmer, who was based in Belgium for a long time. So if you have the right mentality, the right people around you, of course, you can still make it, and that's actually a good sign.
Absolutely, South America. And again, we're talking about these players as if this is a professional match, which in a way it is. But some of the top players, South America, Colombians, Miguel Angel, who's number 5 in the world at the moment. That's a region which is just growing and growing, and it's fantastic to see both at senior and junior level these guys are at the top of their game.
Definitely, it's more spread out now, and that's a good thing for the sport also.
So we're at an 8-2 lead for Elías here in the first game. He is looking comfortable. He is dictating the pace at the moment. And his reading and anticipation of the game is making this, as a viewer, look extremely easy. But for those who play the game, I think we're all well aware that it's not.
Great reactions from Diego. Soft hand. Soliman going for it. Diego still relaxed. Flicking the ball with his wrist.
Going for the dump.
Going for the dump. He's
Fair
done.
play to him.
Incredible. Just playing with his opponent.
Crowds certainly seem to enjoy it.
Yes, left.
It's a punishing rally for the Egyptian. He's giving it everything he's got. Great pickups.
And the thing is, he has to play the rally all over again.
Absolutely.
Left point, left.
You've seen it all. Ball behind the back, ball between the legs, the fakie.
Between the legs, that's what we
Yeah.
need.
No, we
If I was
already,
coaching-
we
I thought
already.
it was
had
behind the back. No?
Yeah, it was behind the back of the first game.
Well,
Oh,
if he
sorry,
can't-
the first
He
couple
can't
points.
do it between the legs, then
Yes, lad.
Not a let.
he shouldn't call himself a player.
8-2.
It's one thing he's lacking, I feel, in his game, you know.
Should tell his coach.
So 8-2, first game. Relax.
Great height again. Volleying a ball straight away.
Yeah, it just shows you the pace at which he's playing, that he's able to volley that. It was one of the problems that the Malaysian Ian Yao yesterday mentioned in his post-match interview, that the pace that he had to play at constantly was just, as he said, it was too much.
He's taking the ball so early. He's not hitting it hard the whole time. He's just taking the ball so early, giving his opponents less time.
The error!
Oh,
The
the
error! It happens. Youssef Soliman deserves that rally. He's worked for it. It would be really nice if he could get himself into that position again and crunch the ball for the second bounce. He's dying in the back corner, not lifting up off the back wall. But that's,
Yeah,
you
true.
know, I know that's easier said than done, but he's got to work hard for each point that he gets here.
Soliman was ready to serve straight away. Jago was still cleaning his goggles, but played on.
Yes, lad.
He's on the ropes, this guy in the red. He looked,
Right foot, please.
but those powerful quads seem to be keeping him going around the court.
True. Not sure for how long. For now. What a drop. Good ball. Tight drop shot from Diego. Soliman not
And out.
can't take it off the wall.
9-3.
A little bit great angle to see how close that stayed into the wall. Tiny little bit of backspin on it meant it hit the ground and just curved in towards the side wall. And again, backhand just touched in with the drop.
Yes, lad.
Just a
3.
simple let. And another arrow from Diego on the backhand side.
4-9.
So already Youssef Soliman is doing better here than he did in his British Junior Open quarterfinals.
Exactly.
In game per game stats, he's gotten 4 instead of 3 points. And he's eked out 2 errors from the Peruvian. And then he traded 1 for himself. So that gives Diego Elías
10-4 game ball.
6 game balls at 10-4.
And arrow in front
And out.
on his backhand side.
5-10
Just
game
clipped it in.
ball.
Just slipped a little bit on the way back in there, but perhaps that's the counter drop is not a bad idea. Yes, it has a higher tin. It's 19 inches rather than 17.
Talk to Soliman.
But you want to make the court as big as possible for this tall
6-10.
guy. Really push him right up to the front wall.
Good job.
Beautiful touch
No
there.
leg.
Doesn't get the lead. 11-6. First game to Diego Elías.
Yeah, he came out firing. Well, not really firing, but controlling the game. And at some stage he had an 8-2 lead. Very much in control, and he made Soliman work so hard for it, every point almost. And that paid, yeah, well.
That was
Look,
through the
yeah, that
legs.
was
Yeah,
through
there
the leg.
you
That
go.
was
I
the
stand
one.
corrected.
So
He's
a
got
pretty good
everything, this
player.
guy.
He's complete.
He's got everything.
He
He
is
can even
complete.
hit it in between his legs.
Yeah, incredible. No, but like most of for 80-90% he was in control. 90% he was in control of all the rallies, and Soliman just retrieving and getting the balls back and just trying to stay in the rally. But it costs so much energy. The end of the game, Soliman was dictating the game a bit more. He was a bit more in front and like forcing a couple errors from Diego, and that's actually pretty positive. You know, the start wasn't that great, but he finished better than he did. So hopefully he can continue the next game.
Absolutely, you got to take that. I would take that as huge positive. Youssef Soliman in that game was a little bit in danger of taking the hit and run approach, just retrieving, getting it back, retrieving, getting it back. So what we saw in the last 3-4 points is that Diego he can make errors. He's human. So get stuck in there and force them to make the errors if it's not coming yourself. What the issue in the middle part of the game was that Diego was forcing the play so much that it was a long rally and it would end in an error by Youssef Soliman.
Yeah, exactly.
But as I said, great to see that he turned it around in the latter part of that game, and it's a question now of can he back it up. The first game is always a kind of a testing ground for people, so it'll be a tough battle for him, but it should really be a case of point for point for the young Egyptian.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Like you also said, he already did better in the British Open here than in the British Open in January, so it's good. Definitely positive. Well, although he lost that game, definitely ended up better for him, so hopefully he can continue it.
Egyptian guy just running past us literally, followed by two Egyptian coaches, which is kind of a surprise because when the Egyptians do play, they tend to have an entourage of about 74 coaches, each telling them something different in between each game, which I think is amazing. I can't even focus on one.
I can't even focus on the voices in my head, so it's let alone with 5 other coaches around you. But it's funny to see because if they play each other, they don't have a coach at all, so they can do it alone. You know, they know how to play squash and change the tactics between games. That's a good shot.
Great positive drop there by takes an inch perfect, takes that in.
Great volley drop from Soliman. Put the pressure on. He definitely started the way he ended the first game. Reading the tickle balls from Diego.
It's the stroke.
Don't play a ball you can't clear. Stroke for Soliman.
Diego there querying the call, but I think it was a fairly obvious stroke decision. The ball came right back to him there on the second bounce. It might have hit his foot by the time it bounced for the second time. This is a positive start by the Egyptian. He's actually making the court a little bit wider, so he's hitting his lengths much closer to the sidewall, so it's forcing Elías out of his tee position, which is where he was. So there you go, it's a tight ball is what he needs to hit, and if that's a medium pace tight ball, it's almost better.
True. Gives him a bit more time also.
Yeah.
Good lifting from Soliman. give him extra time. Very positive start for Soliman. That was down from Diego, giving Soliman a 3-love lead in the second game. So you see he's giving Diego less opportunities in front to, so he can't use his hold. And another error from Diego. He's giving Diego less opportunities in the front, so he doesn't have to retrieve as much as balls as he did as in the first half of the first game, and that definitely saves a lot of energy also. So hopefully he sticks to this, and definitely it will become a great match.
See great movement here by both players. They're really moving in and around each other, clearing quite well, giving each opponent a chance to get to the ball without actually blocking them out. Fantastic gets by that young Egyptian.
So powerful in the front, movement-wise, so explosive.
So Elías on the scoreboard, finally. 1-4, second game. So there you go, you need that wide to really get him off the tee.
Still plays the ball. Good to see that. That's wide cross court, so Soliman couldn't volley it. Soft hands from Diego.
Lovely
Whoa.
work there.
First time we see Diego actually sprint to a ball. Went for the kill. Popped out. Soliman still in the rally.
This is great tight play there here by the Egyptian. Fantastic lob by the Peruvian. Where is he getting that from? Ball
Great shot.
glued to the wall. Here we're going to see a few of his nicks and how to pick up a nick if you're watching at home.
That's a big call from the refs. The ball stayed in front pretty far, as you can see. Right.
Wow, I'm not sure that was.
It was a bit of interference, but I think that would have been a let.
Yeah, it's a majority decision. Obviously, there's 3 referees there, but it's a little bit harsh.
Goes again. Volleys it straight away. I remember I've seen Power do that a lot. When the ball comes from the through the legs actually. He's got it on.
Oh, wow.
What a rally.
There we
Great
go.
rally.
Nothing worse than blasting it out of the front onto your opponent's racket, but that just doesn't happen by accident.
Nah.
Diego, beautiful drop in there.
Was
and
waiting.
just waiting to crunch it down. It's levelled it 4-all in the second game. Fantastic!
Great cross-court kill from Soliman on his forehand. Just went for it. Playing very positive now. Good scores.
Absolutely brilliant to see. He's actually upped his game from yesterday. Towards the end of the semi-final against his countrymate Habiba yesterday, you got the feeling he was almost clinging on. But this is much better from the Egyptian.
Good lift. Whoa. Diego.
Trading next here. Soliman gets the error. Leads again in this game. 6-4.
Wide cross court from Soliman. The refs think he went a bit too much for the opponent.
Right.
That's why they give him a low.
My question is, why did he stop?
Yeah.
No need.
True.
He's more than fast enough to play through that. And he was actually in a good position. It wasn't that great a drop shot.
Yeah.
Just Egyptian needs to get back to basics, really try and get that ball to cling to the sidewall there as he's doing.
Good backhand work from Soliman. Reading that tickle balls the whole time from Diego. Didn't miss it once. So Diego has to be careful with that shot because he's reading it very well. Diego putting him back in that corner again, over and over again.
Oh, did he read it? Well, he didn't read it, but could he have got it? What's he getting?
Left ball. He maybe went the wrong way, but the ball came back towards Diego. I think this is the best an opponent ever challenged Diego so far. And another error from Diego. Because Soliman a 7-5 lead. I don't think any opponent pushed Diego this far in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Definitely the best for last. Can he win the first game against Diego? This is the first game he might lose.
In his entire junior world champion career. Last time around in Namibia when he won, obviously he's aiming to become double champion here.
He didn't lose a game.
He didn't lose a game.
Incredible. It's good stats. Good record. Looked a bit dodgy. What they played on.
Interesting to see that back on replay. If in fact it was a carry.
Right.
Same situation there, that corner. They're really getting that ball to cling into the sidewall.
So shame we couldn't see that shot again. But the rest saw it was alright, so.
Oh, it must be then. If they saw it. Level in the match, 7-all.
7-all.
Soliman needs to get his game plan back here. Get Diego out of that comfort zone that he's happy as Larry, just around that T position where he can control the rest of the match. Take him out of it, create some opportunities, and it's a different story. You'll get errors, as you see.
Grateful. Great volley
That's
balls from Diego.
Fantastic.
What a shot.
The poise, racket preparation.
That ball clipped it in, actually.
Did it?
It did, yeah.
It was a terrible shot, so I don't know what he was doing.
Good eyes, Ashley. Good eyes.
Still maintain his racket preparation was pretty good.
Played on. Great to see again. Tight backhand drive. Diego went for it. His forehand. Great rally again.
Oh, fantastic.
Great
spot.
length.
Is he gonna no let there from the referees.
Ball was too good.
It's really a fantastic quality of game. This second game, the level has just upped from Soliman, and you can see Elías isn't quite as comfortable. If he's taking just that one step as he is from the tee now, that's his happy place.
His happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Described it well. Well, that's the area where he wants to stay and not on the back foot the whole time. That's when you saw he was like dictating the game much more. So he has to be in his happy place.
One of the few first errors of the game from Soliman. That gives Elías the slim lead in this game. He really doesn't want to give any errors away that are unforced.
He's just went up.
Possible carry there.
Top spin. Need to check your glasses a bit, Miss Blake. Great rally so far. Oh, tried to volley that ball, was too tight. Forced the error by Soliman.
Costly error there, giving Elías two game balls.
2 games.
After working so hard in this game.
And Ashley, another one.
So what he can do.
He's so comfortable doing it.
He runs!
Whoa,
He runs!
He lunged. Incredible. Good rally from Soliman to stay in this game.
Look at this, not something you'll see every day. There we go. He was flat out there. Going
Like
into
one
that
foot was
corner.
almost still on the tee. It's incredible.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a tough call.
That is unfortunate.
It looked like Diego, hold him a bit. He couldn't move away from the ball.
11-9. That is second game to Diego. Elías, little bit unlucky there, you have to admit, with that on that last rally.
Great game from Soliman, actually, putting Diego under a lot of pressure. Definitely took off where he left the first game. Like, pretty positive, good scores, putting Diego under much more pressure, like the most pressure we've seen so far in this tournament. Really challenging. Help me out here.
Challenging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. I'm here all week. It was such a positive start, and the errors started to creep in then from the young Peruvian. He made 4 unforced errors in that game.
Yeah.
To the Solomon's unforced count was about one or two. So really, that's where I feel the game was being won for Soliman by getting that good quality length that gets Elías out of this mid-court range and taking not 1 but 2 steps to the back of the court, and then he opens it up and he can do his thing from there.
Exactly.
And be aggressive with it.
Yeah, no, true. I agree completely. So hopefully he starts, he keeps playing this type of game, because that's the game he needs to play against Diego. It's definitely what he has to do, but yeah, it takes a lot of focus and, like, of course, physical. It costs him a lot, but this is the type of game he needs to play if he wants to beat Diego, of course. Yeah,
I hopefully he'll put that last rally behind him now as he goes into the third game. A little bit of physicality. I felt he was a little bit unfortunate not to get a let there, but that's done and dusted. Time to move on, and he's got the game to trouble Elías at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt the Peruvian can step it up, but if he's not going to do that, take advantage.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you, please.
نفس الروح ابدأ الجيم ده صح.
Games of 2-love here. Third game. Let's see if this Egyptian can go from strength to strength.
Great drop from Diego. He was on that so early. He didn't give Soliman any chance to recover. Diego looks refocused. Great kill from Soliman on his forehand.
First fist bump of the match.
He's fired up. This is what the audience wants to see.
Stroke confirmed there by the referees. Gives Soliman 2-1 lead here in the third game.
What a shot. Great shot from Diego on his forehand. You don't want to hit it too loose, or Soliman doesn't want to hit it too loose because he just goes for it. And he knows he can hit the winners from anywhere.
Great reactions there, great dexterity from Soliman.
Yes, Len. 2-all.
ماسك يا يوسف.
Oh,
What a-
shot!
Beautiful. What a touch.
Makes that look like it was just the bread and butter.
3-2.
Great hand.
Lovely,
soft
lovely
hand.
preparation. Nice shape to the swing, and the follow through then towards where the shot's going to finish it off. Could replay that for days.
Relaxed. The way he hits that ball, it's an opportunity, and most players would be very tense because they know they got the chance, but he's so relaxed and hits that cross-court drop like bread and butter, like you said.
So could be a bit of a pivotal point in the match here. Soliman getting a little bit tired, giving up straight away the front of the court with the return of serve. There we go again. There's reactions from both players.
ضيبني
Yeah.
The error from Diego.
And out. 3-4.
Well, it looks, by the looks of it, Diego looks a bit more focused and ready to put Soliman a bit more under pressure than he did last game. He knows that Soliman is a dangerous player. He's happy to win that that second game after he was behind most of the game.
Yeah, he's giving them respect he deserves. A little bit of a replay in the middle of that
4-4.
point, but it eventually went to the Egyptian.
روح.
Great drop shot. What a shot
Oh,
from
wow.
Diego on his forehand. You just don't know where it's going to be, where it's going. Shaped. It's always the same preparation, so it's difficult to read on his forehand and backhand. It makes him really dangerous in any position almost.
That's it. I think that rally was or that point was set up from the back, the forehand on the back side, back court, shall I say, his shape up, and then he cuts in the post very quickly. A little bit hard to read, so Youssef gets on it a bit later.
Still gets the ball.
Oh,
he was there.
Little bit of a look of relief on Youssef Soliman's face
And out. 5-4.
after that. 11 on the game again, 5-all. Both players breathing a little bit heavy.
What a shot. Soliman got it. High enough, not a volley for Diego. Using the lob very well. And that's a stroke for Diego.
Lucky.
Putting so much effort and energy in that rally, it's so hard to lose it on a stroke like this.
Diego's making the court that little bit bigger. He's taking Soliman short a little bit sooner now in the rallies to, as you say, yes, you're fit, but if you keep doing that, there's going to be balls that you're not going to get to. And the pressure is on. 7-5.
تاني يا يوسف تاني.
7-5.
تسيبش دلوقتي تسيبش. يلا يا يوسف.
Is he just turning the screw in the coffin?
Well said.
We'll soon find out.
Little interference.
7-5.
So hard to get the ball past him.
You can
That's a
see,
good-
yeah, he's using the front of the court so much more now than in the previous game. And Soliman is having to do quite a lot of work. He's rewarded with a stroke in that situation from a position of nearly giving a stroke away the shot before.
Exactly. Could have played the shot, in my opinion, but the ref thought differently. It was good to see we don't see any fist pumps while asking a decision, asking a let.
Oh yeah, to influence the referee.
Influence the
in some way,
referee. That way, this is a really fair match. Actually, it's good. All the matches has been pretty fair. It's good to see. There's a lot at stake, but they still fair play. Soliman doing a lot of work again by Diego. Oh, what a great cross court. Beautiful setup with that drop shot.
8-6.
Oh, yes! Take that, Peru.
Peru.
That's amazing.
South America. No, exactly. Great shot from Soliman, taking his chances from a loose ball from Diego with a low kill on his backhand. Great shot. Running again. Having Diego under a lot of pressure. It's good to see.
Gets it. Pick up. Oh,
What a shot! That is definitely the
topspin.
that is definitely the
Give us
Jonathan
a look at that
Power.
again. Racing his way around the court.
That is,
Fantastic pickup. And then look at this. Ah, sure, yeah. I'll just
I've
toss
seen
with
that.
it.
I've seen that with Jonathan Power do that against either Simon Park or somebody else. It's on YouTube.
Brilliant. I hope this will be on YouTube too.
Incredible.
So he learned from the master. And it's giving him 3 match balls for chance at the double title exclusive club that Rami Ashore, Sherbaghi number 1, Sherbaghi number 2 are only part of.
As a non-Egyptian player, that's incredible. Also, for any player, it's incredible, but this makes it even more. Oh, he went for it too early, actually. Too much
A
risk.
little bit excited. He could see his name on the trophy.
Yeah, it is already on the trophy, but true, he wants it so bad. Still saving 2 game balls. Match balls, actually. Tight drop shot.
Deception there on the background. Oh pins it. Elías, arms in the air, delighted with that win.
Great squash. What an achievement for this young Peruvian. Second world junior title. Incredible.
Done and done. 11-6, 11-9, 11-8. Possibly, I'd say undoubtedly, actually his toughest game of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely the longest with 45 minutes. So definitely, well, best for last. Soliman pushed really hard after a long match, or like long match yesterday. So, well, played really well, but Diego just too good.
Let's have a listen as we go to courtside and we hear from Diego Elías, and the newly crowned World Junior Champion of 2015.
Thank my dad. He's always behind me, helping me to get better and pushing me to win this. and I feel very happy to be another player that won 2 times this tournament, and it's an honor for me. You've been the youngest player to reach the Pan American Games. How do you relate that achievement to this one? This is like, it was a very important month for me. Two very, very difficult tournaments. And I think I did my best in both, and I did what I was supposed to do. I made the final in the Pans, and the final was very hard. I almost went, like it was very close with me, and now this tournament, this tournament was also very important for me, and I wanted to be very good. Okay, thank you. Give a big round of applause. 2015 World Junior Champion of the world, Elías. And please all stay for one moment, because in a few minutes we start the prize giving ceremony. The organization will now build up the court.
So before we go to the prize giving ceremony, just have a look back at that fantastic match. Diego, at the start it looked like Diego Elías was all over it. It was going to be a walk in the park, but the Egyptian really gave him a good run in the second and the third games. He got his width a lot tighter, so he's forcing Elías off the tee.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely played much better than he did in the first game, and actually had some chances in the second game. Sorry, he was leading, and well, very positive for him actually to push this exceptional junior players this hard, this far. It's definitely
juniors
exactly. Yeah.
So a fantastic day here in Eindhoven. 2 blistering finals, with the girls going to 4 games and Nouran Gohar winning that in just one of the most exciting World Junior finals I've certainly seen. And then Diego Elías going on to crown himself double world champion. That's going to go in the record books, along with many other accolades, I'm sure, for his career. He's only getting going.
Yeah, it will only get better, and well, he's already improving almost every tournament we see him play on the PSA Tour, so we'll definitely hear more about him from him
in the future. Absolutely. So that's it. That's all from us. We're going to say goodbye. It's been a fantastic week of squash here in Eindhoven. The girls' teams are coming up. Tomorrow they start the pool matches. The boys leave, they go on to another tournament, but it's going to be a wicked week of squash coming up. And if you're in town, if you're in Holland, please come join. Until then, from Pedro and myself, we will say goodbye.
See you later.
Please will the numbers 1 and 2 of the consolation plate, the plate and the classic plate go to court 4, please. So everyone, numbers 1 and 2 of the consolation plate, plate and classic plate, please attend to court 4, please. In a few moments we will start with the prize giving ceremony. Please, therefore, we need the numbers 1 and 2 of the consolation plate, plate and classic plate to go to court number 4. Okay, everything is set and ready. We would like to start this prize-giving ceremony by giving the floor to Mark Veldkamp, Championship Director of this tournament.
Hello everybody. I would like to thank, on behalf of the organization, all the players being in Eindhoven to battle for the World Junior Championships. We have seen many tough matches and we have two beautiful winners. Again, I would like to thank the WSF to give us the opportunity to host this tournament. I also want to thank the referees, volunteers, partners and sponsors with whom we organize this event. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. And I would like to give the floor to Nouran, Vice President of the World Squash Federation.
First of all, I would like to express thanks to a number of people. And the first ones are, of course, all the players, the coaches, and the parents. Because without the parents, and without the coaches, these players would not be here. So thank you for all of you. On behalf of the World Squash Federation, I would like to thank the tournament director, Mark Veldkamp. Thank you very much, and your team. I think you did a wonderful job. So thank you for Mark and his team. Thank you. I also would like to thank the tournament referee, Jack Wieland, he's somewhere around, and all his referees, because without them we would not have a smooth tournament. Thank you very much for all the referees. I know he's relaxing now, but I also would like to thank the technical director, Thomas Stratson, who has been working with Mark and the team here for many weeks. So, Thomas, thank you very much. And as I said in the opening speech, I would like to thank the Dutch Squash Federation and also Squash Time, Chip van der Heijden and his crew. Thank you for having us in your venue. Thank you. I also would like to say some congratulations, and first of all to all the players, because I know they have given their utmost, their best of themselves to win their match. Especially congratulations to all the medal winners, whether it's in one plate or the other plate, but congratulations, and naturally to all the champions in 2015. Tonight, tomorrow, we'll say goodbye to all the boys because it's the end of their tournament, and I hope they have a safe trip home and see some of you next year. The girls, I know they're staying for another 5-6 days. Enjoy your evening, and also please don't make it too late because your tournament will start tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hannes. And now we start with the prize giving ceremony of the plates. Please give them a warm welcome. First of all, we start with the girls' consolation plate. In second place and runner-up, Maria Shpakova from Switzerland. I know a few of the prize winners are not here today with us, but is Maria here? Okay, she's not here. Then we go for the winner of the consolation plate, girls, representing the United States of America, Eleanor Evans. She will be handed over her medal and flowers in a short photo moment. Please smile to the camera, Eleanor. Much better. Give her a big applause. Thank you. Then the girls' plate with second place and runner-up Chloe Hampton from Canada. And you can go up on the podium. Thank you. And the winner of the Girls Plate 2015, Tim Gillis from Belgium. A medal and then the flowers. And of course also a short photo moment. Girls, congratulations. Thank you. Next up, the Classic Plate. Runner-up, Abby Palmer, representing New Zealand. A medal from Mr. Hannes and the flowers from Mr. Veldkamp. And the winner of this competition, Andrea Jiaki Lee from Malaysia. Give them a big applause. Thank you very much. Then next up, the boys. We start with the consolation plate. Number 2, Filip Košarek from the Czech Republic. I think he's not here. So we move on to the winner, and that's Khaled Al-Janaidel from Kuwait. And I hear also not here present. Okay. Then we move on to the plate with number 2, Ashan Ayaz from Pakistan. And there he is. I hear this is Khaled Al-Janaidel from Kuwait. So he can go up on first place for the consolation plate. And then we move on with the first place of the plate, and that is Soliman Norozi from Australia. And he will get his medal from Mr. Hannes, Vice President of the World Squash Federation. Meanwhile, we try to find the right medal. And there it is. Medal and flowers. We gave him a big applause. Thank you very much, Soliman. Then we go up to the classic plate with number 2, Sean Hughes from the United States of America. And the winner of the classic plate, representing England, James Peach. Up on the podium for a few photos. Thank you very much, boys. And now the winners of the plates, the medal winners, can go off court. Thank you very much. A few more photos are taken. And now we continue with our medalists of the 2015 WSF World Juniors. The boys and girls, give them a big applause. Yeah, boys and girls, you can all come up. And go to the front wall of the squash court, then we can start. And there's our last one. We will start with the girls' ceremony. First, our semi-finalists from Egypt, Mariam Metwali. Also semi-finalist Salma Hani Ibrahim. I hope the two of you managed to climb up the podium together. And now it's time for the last year's world champion and this year's runner-up, Habiba Mohamed. And where there's a runner-up, there's also a number one, the world champion juniors 2015. Please give it up for Nouran Gohar. I would like to ask everyone to stand up for the national anthem of Egypt. And the second semi-finalist representing Egypt, Sadruddin Ehab Abu Aish. Second place and runner-up, also representing Egypt, Youssef Soliman. And of course, the new world champion, number one of the world, junior world champion, Diego Elías. They told us it was the right one. Boys, thank you. We now go over to the two champions for the trophies. Please, boys, you can come up off stage. And just the two winners on stage. So Nouran, Gohar and Diego Elías, please stand together. You will now be handed over the big trophy for the World Champions of 2015. Give them a nice and big applause. Our World Champions. And of course, with winning this title, there's always the speech. Yes.
I don't know what to say, but okay. First of all, I'm really happy to win this title. It's such a prestigious title, so I need to thank all the people who helped me to win this title. First of all, my family, all the families here, my mom, who's my sister, and my coach, my brothers, and who was always used to support me and always giving me the force to win this title. Also, I cannot forget Omar Abdelaziz, my coach for 2 years now, and he was always here. My ups and downs, and always telling me you can do it, you have to believe in yourself, you're such a great player, so thank you so much, Omar. Without you I couldn't do anything. Thank you so much. I need also to thank Captain Ahmed Matani, our national coach, who always here and believing in me and telling me you will be a good champion is an inspiration to me. Finally, I need to thank my fitness coach, Dr. Medhat, for 8 years now, and Hossein Shaddad as well. He's been working with me for 2 years now, and also my mental coach for only 1 week, but he really made a big difference with me, Dr. Ahmed Salah. So I need to thank you all and my sponsors as well, Stephanie Pfeiffer, Wadi Degla and Sadme. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Diego, would you like to say some words too?
Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone that made this tournament possible. It has been a great week. Everyone helped us a lot, and it was a great atmosphere. And I want to congratulate all the players. There was a lot of great matches, and also I want to thank all the people that helped me to get here. My dad is the one that is always with me, traveling all around the world, and I think he's the one that made all this possible for me, and I want to thank him a lot, and also my trainers in Peru, and my mom that he's always watching me. He can come with me, but he's very important for me, and I want to thank her a lot.
Okay, thank you, Diego. And this was the end, everybody, for this prize giving ceremony. Of course, the tournament has not come to an end, because tomorrow we will start with the team event for the girls. So we hope to see you all tomorrow again here at Squash Time Eindhoven. Thank you very much.